a retro gamer and hobbyist artist with a lot of nerve. Crawlister, the master of ponage. Hi guys, Crawlister here with a Super Smash Bros. Video. In the past, I made a video where I showed off that I had every single character's amiibo in the entire set, and I thought it would be a brilliant idea to play with them for a YouTube video. In this video, I will be playing with the Mario amiibo. What better character to start with than the mascot of Nintendo and the character called Mr. Video Game himself. Alright, so here's how it's going to work. In each episode of this planned series of vids, the highlighted amiibo will fight all of the other relevant characters in the game. For the Pokemon Trainer, I will only be using the Pokemon Trainer itself's amiibo. For Pyra and Mithra, I'll only do one of them. And for Steve and Alex, I'll only do one of them. However, I will be doing the Echo Fighters, even though 3 of them are identical to how they play to the character the Echo in question. All amiibo are maxed out at level 50, and I inherited spirits on them to enhance their attack and defense stats, without giving them any gimmicks like starting the match with an item or any crap like that. And they all also have the same fighting style, which I went with Reckless, based on experiences with 8-player matches I did before. These will be 5 stock matches, no items, no final smash meter, no underdog boost, no damage handicap, and the stages will be the Omega forms of stages that do not have star KOs in them. Though they do have screen hit ones, every so often. There are some other details as well, like not having the damage displayed. At the end of the fight, the remaining stocks are what you really need to take a look at, rather than the damage. Though they'll definitely exceed a couple 100%. I will only show the scene of the final knockout during each battle as well, because nobody wants to sit at their computer for 10 hours straight watching every character spam air attacks and air dodges. That's boring. Got it? Alright, let's get into it then. Let's see how the Mario amiibo does. I apologize about the audio lag at the start. I took care of that in a jiffy. I can't stand having audio lag in gameplay videos like that, so if it happens while I'm narrating a video, I'll take care of that in an instant. And I have the bottom of the screen scribbled out by a doodle feature that Screen Recorder has to hide my desktop, so that distraction is out of the way. Like I said, the amiibo figures just spam air attacks and air dodges for most of the fight, and that's extremely boring to watch. So I'll just show where the fighters are on their last stocks, basically. So you can see which character wins at the end. Just know that all of these are legitimately done as I detail at the beginning of the video. You may notice that figure players fight very differently from level 9 CPU opponents that you typically get in versus mode. That's what makes this series of vids one that'll be so interesting. Especially since I have every amiibo in the set, like I said before. The Mario and Donkey Kong battle was kind of a close one, as you can see. The rest of the scenes after this one will be even shorter, I promise. That could have been a double knockout easily, if those could happen in Smash. As you can see, Link has 3 stocks left by Mario's final stand, thus winning Link the battle. I am aware that Link is a far better fighter in Ultimate than he was in the previous games, where he was considerably garbage. So, that does kind of make sense. I also noticed after watching a gameplay video of Metroid Other M, there's no purple gravity suit in Other M. It's just the various suit that radiates a purple aura while the gravity effect is working. Very poor for my preference of the gravity suit design. Also, Mario beats Samus pretty badly. I'm learning more from actually watching videos of people playing certain games I've heard about on YouTube here. Like Link, Yoshi beat Mario pretty badly. Serves Mario right for countless years of jumping off of Yoshi into a pit just to get an extra jump. Yoshi showed him what was up. While Kirby is not that great of a character to play competitively, he's actually pretty annoying as an amiibo FP. As you can see, he had 4 lives left after defeating Mario in that battle. Just because a character isn't good and competitive doesn't mean they're not good as a CPU or amiibo player. Also, tier lists could possibly just be a conspiracy, according to Sakurai himself. You're allowed to love and hate whatever characters you want, as long as it's for valid reasons. For example, I actively dislike Sora, extremely unpopular opinion, yet his amiibo can wreck. Fox beat Mario, that's not surprising at all. Fox always has been one of the best characters in the series, after all. I got Pikachu Libre on my amiibo. This was a somewhat close one. They're both on their final stocks by the end of the battle. Though Mario did win. For some reason, in Brawl and Onward, Luigi seems to be the most difficult opponent to beat as a level 9 CPU opponent. For some reason. And his amiibo showed no mercy to Mario either, so... Even joke characters can put up a nasty fight in some scenes. Controller's lagging. Oh boy, Ness. Bet you can't guess which character's gonna win this battle. And by a lot, no less. Every competitive player knows that Ness is a nuisance in the game to fight against. And if any amiibo of mine is going to win every single fight, it's gonna be Ness. I just know it. The OG Smasher himself. I specifically mean moveset-wise. And he beats Mario by footstool jumping him. Would you look at that? Some of the amiibo win against one another simply by footstool jumping them, and the other player having a bad recovery ability. So, yeah. Oh boy. I just love this next character, Jigglypuff. That was sarcasm, I despise her. Least favorite character in the game. And it was a really, really close one, no less, with Mario winning. So, yeah. So Mario beat 4 characters from the original Super Smash Bros. Lineup. Donkey Kong, Samus, Pikachu, and Jigglypuff. Let's move on to the Melee lineup. Alright, starting off the Melee lineup will be Princess Peach, also one of the best characters in the game competitively. Unsurprisingly, she won. Although Smash might be fun, Smash Ultimate was kind of taking the series and ruining it a little. Just in case you haven't gathered, I have a lot of unpopular opinions. Bowser beat Mario pretty badly as well. Bowser would have survived that anyway. Heaviest character in the game and all. Popo and Nana, the Ice Climber duo, also win. Now, for much of the rest of this part of the recording, I was quite astounded to see how good the Mario amiibo itself actually is. And you'll see what I'm talking about after, many, many Melee battles. That was a big win. I'm using the Zelda alternate color to match up with the Twilight Princess color scheme in reference to the Zelda amiibo, since Zelda was still in her Twilight Princess depiction in 3DS and Wii U. And Mario not only footstooled Zelda to dying, he also had a lot more remaining stocks at the end. He had 4 lives and Zelda already loses. Zelda never was that great of a Smash fighter, statistically. And Sheik in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate just got severely nerfed. So... Mario and Dr. Mario. Practically the same character with statistical tweaks. And it was a kinda close one, with the original Mario coming out on top. More specifically, it's spikier Pichu from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Pichu didn't do quite as well as Pikachu. And the combination of hurting himself a lot and being the lightest character in the game probably doesn't help much. Poor guy. Pichu's a Pokemon you gotta feel sorry for in a way. As you can see, Falco didn't do nearly as good as Fox did. Of course, the Fire Emblem characters had bad recovery, so, yeah. Bad recovery might be the main cause of some characters' failures in the series of events. While I'm not entirely sure if this is necessarily true, Young Link might be the worst figure player in the game. He didn't even bother to do a single air attack, he just spammed air dodges literally the entire fight, and Mario didn't get knocked out even once. Abysmal. Every little bit as much as he is irrelevant, and is sure to be removed again in Smash 6. Toon Link is a lot more iconic. Ganondorf didn't do that bad, though he still lost. He never was as good as Captain Falcon. And why are they even clones in the first place? Seriously. That's pretty poor for the most powerful Pokemon in the world. Another character from the overrepresented Fire Emblem series that has a poor recovery ability. The only difference is Roy actually won. I have heard that Roy is also better in this game than he was in the previous games he was in, so whatever. And one more big win to finish up the Melee lineup. Mario did much better against the Melee cast, only losing against Peach, Bowser, Ice Climbers, and Roy. So he's not so bad of an amiibo after all, huh? Alright, so continuing on with the Super Smash Bros. Brawl lineup. I'm so glad Meta Knight is nowhere near as good of a fighter in the later games as he was in Brawl, where he was literally overpowered. This one was another big win. Poor Pit. He never learned how to read. Zero Suit Samus did even worse than Standard Samus. As you can see, Mario beat her with 4 lives remaining. That was a big win. Zero Suit Samus does have some of the same problems Sheik has, lacking power and struggling to launch. So, as an amiibo, she can't be great. Save Zero Suit Samus for the more competitive play stuff. Big win over Wario. One of my favorite characters in the game, Solid Snake. This was a kind of close match, as you can see.
Now return to your original position.
And Snake actually won. Nice. I'm using Radiant Dawn Ike, since that's the depiction he had in Smash for 3DS and Wii U, and in turn, his amiibo. Ike wins at 1-1. Again, I'm only using the amiibo for the trainer himself. Although I could have stuck with the Charizard amiibo for Smash 4, I did buy all of the Pokemon Trainer characters amiibo anyway, in the extremely unlikely event that I ever get a game where they'll actually have their own function. And Charizard got him with the Flare Blitz, what do you know? That was cool, though that doesn't change the fact that Charizard's one of the least fun characters to use in Smash. Diddy Kong, another considerably overpowered character in the previous game, that's nowhere near as good in the game now as he was then. Lucas is nowhere near as good competitively as Ness is. As you can see, he lost. Also, Lucas's game will never ever get localized. You've got to accept that by now, people. They had an opportunity to localize it on the Switch, and Nintendo refused, of course. Yet they're localizing some other Japan-only games on the NSO apps. Oh boy, Sonic the Hedgehog. Every little bit as annoying to fight against as Ness. No matter what kind of situation he's in, Mario just cannot beat Sonic. And you noticed. Also, there's been a rumor that Nintendo are discontinuing the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics series. That came about some, like a year ago. Sorry to say so for anybody that likes that game series. King DDD had a big win. This was a really close match. And of course, Olimar won. Another character some people absolutely hate as a Smash fighter, because of how he is in the game to fight against. This was a really close one, and Lucario hilariously won. The mechanic Lucario has, where he gets significantly stronger the more damaged he is a pretty decent comeback mechanic. Though he is a very inconsistent character to actually play as. And that sucks because I love Lucario. He's actually my favorite Pokemon. Even so, he did beat Mario in the amiibo battle. Rob, unsurprisingly, wins. He is a very formidable competitive fighter. Toon Link was somewhere in between Adult Link and Young Link, and still lost against Mario. That was actually a very close one at the end. So, haha. One last character in Brawl before I move on to 3DS and Wii U. Wolf was kind of somewhere in between Fox and Falco as well. And, Wolf lost, so... makes me interpret the Mario amiibo might be better than I thought it'd be at first. So with the Brawl lineup, he beat half of the characters and lost against half of the characters, making that lineup a little bit more fair, in my opinion. Alright, now we do the 3DS and Wii U lineup. This lineup includes Dark Pit and Lucina, by the way. Mario and Villager came down to 1-1, with Mario winning. Although Mega Man is an amazing character in general, you can't expect him to do well as an amiibo figure player because of that Mega Buster. And as you can see, Mario beat him pretty badly. So even though I love Mega Man, he's probably one of the worst amiibo. Another 1-1 finish, with Mario winning. Rosalina, another character that was almost overpowered in 3DS and Wii U, that's nowhere near as good now in Ultimate. So, I bet you can't guess which character's gonna win this one. I mean, Little Mac is one of the most garbage characters you can use competitively, and his recovery is the reason why. I just love how some characters are the most requested characters for the game by fans, and then they turned out to be one of the most hated ones. I was actually a bit surprised to see Greninja beat Mario pretty badly. Greninja's a dang amazing Pokemon in general, and pretty fun to use in Smash as well. Alright, next we're gonna do the Mii Fighters. And the Team Rocky Grunt wins big, with the final knockout being a footstool jump. I have some of the DLC Mii Fighter outfits in my game. I have Ninjara from ARMS and the Team Rocket Grunt from Pokemon for the Brawler. For the Sword Fighter, I have Zero from Mega Man and Gil from the Tower of Druaga, being a huge Namco arcade fan. And for the Gunner, I have X and Proto Man, also from the Mega Man series. And I'll get some more Mii Fighter outfits for Smash 6 once we get to play that game as well. Preferably some of these. Prince Gilgamesh, the Golden Knight, had a narrow victory. That's cool to know. And Proto Man didn't do nearly as well. So, yeah. Bad recovery gets Mario, and the Goddess of Light comes out on top.
Too bad for you.
Surprised. About the same amount as how Pit performed. While Pac-Man didn't do as bad as Mega Man did, this fight was still really long. Longer than it needed to be. And Mario still beat him. So Pac-Man is definitely not the best figure player as well. Cena loses by bad recovery, and pretty badly as Mark did. Just because her sword is proportional all the way around doesn't mean she's better. There's another really big win. Mario gets shulked by means of bad recovery. We got a big win here. Of course, Bowser Jr. is probably one of the worst characters in the game, so you shouldn't expect him to do great as an amiibo as well. Mario beats the Duck Hunt duo pretty badly. Mario finally gets a loss against Ryu Hoshi from Street Fighter.
Give it your all.
Mario did beat that one pretty badly. And that one as well. And that one, worst of them all. So Smash for 3DS and Wii U has some pretty crappy amiibo players. Only Greninja, Mii Brawler, Mii Sword Fighter, Palutena, and Ryu beat him. And he beat Bayonetta without falling even once. Disgusting. So with this, we are left with the Smash Ultimate newcomers lineup. Inkling couldn't beat him. Of course, Peach and Daisy play completely identically. So if Peach beat Mario, you know Daisy's gonna as well. Ridley is another example of a character people demanded to be in the game, and then turned out to be a character a lot of people hate. Though the amiibo FP is kinda decent, and beat Mario. During the fight while I was watching it, Simon should have beat Mario, though he barely survived, and then Mario won by means of Simon having a bad recovery ability. And despite the fact that he plays completely identically to Simon, Richter lost to Mario even worse. Roy beat Mario, and Chrom did as well. Despite having one of the worst recoveries in the game, he was able to Meteor Smash Mario with the Soaring Slash and screw him up that way. Due to my controller crashing while I was trying to read the Dark Samus amiibo, I had a bit of a recording flop, so there's an ugly scan line. That'll be gone after we move on from Dark Samus actually beating Mario, despite Samus losing against him. If a recording issue happens in the video while I'm recording it with my games in OBS Studio, I'll fix it in a jiffy. That was a pretty close one, with K. Rool actually winning. The Mario and Isabelle battle was super boring for me to sit through, because the characters could hardly land hits on each other. And as you can see, Mario won. Although Ryu Hoshi beat Mario pretty badly, Ken Masters was more of a close match and lost. So, haha to him. Not really a fan of this result. Because Incineroar was a reckless choice, in my opinion, for the new Pokemon rep. Again, just because a character sucks in competitive, or is not fun to play personally, doesn't mean they're not good as a CPU player. I wouldn't forget about the Piranha Plant people. Just because it was that kind of joke character they threw in before the Fighter's Pass, nah. Though a somewhat close match, it did lose. And now we get to do the exciting DLC characters. Being one of the top tier characters, quote unquote, and a character that a lot of competitive players decimate with, Joker did have a big win over Mario. Even so, for the poor recovery Mario has. The hero beat Mario pretty badly as well. Did you know that the slimes from Dragon Quest were considered as a playable character in 3DS and Wii U's DLC? I can't really see how the slime would be a logical Smash fighter compared to the hero. Which is why the hero was chosen instead in Ultimate, my personal guess. Banjo and Kazooie even did pretty good against Mario. Terry Bogard beat Mario even worse than Ryu Hoshi did. I mean, Terry is kind of like a more consistent version of Ryu. Plus, he has the potential power mechanic, where after hitting 100%, he can use Power Geyser and Buster Wolf, which are a couple of the strongest attacks in the game. And that helps him a lot as well. Everybody's favorite DLC character, sarcastically speaking. A new addition to the already overrepresented Fire Emblem series, and on top of that, they're top tier. So...
Allow me to demonstrate.
yeah. I actually played the game ARMS, because it was an earlier release on the Nintendo Switch. If you just get the console while there aren't a lot of games available for it yet, you're more likely to try out some of the games that are currently on it. And that was kind of what happened with me trying out ARMS. So I quite like Min Min for that reason. She did pretty good against Mario also. Steve absolutely decimated Mario. Steve didn't die even once that whole battle. Part of it is due to the fact that his pickaxe can meteor smash or spike people downward. And that got Mario through some of the battle while I was recording. Could Steve and Alex possibly be the best amiibo in the game? We'll have to try and see. Sephiroth beat Mario pretty badly. I love that intimidating background he has for his victory screens. Stupid controller. Pyra and Mithra do transform throughout the battle as an amiibo, so I only really need to do it with one of the characters. And compared to Shulk, as you can see, Pyra and Mithra were vastly superior.
Power the Aegis.
The evil Kazuya Mishima also beat Mario pretty badly. No music to congratulate his victory, just the Tekken announcer saying Kazuya Mishima wins. One character left to go. As a CPU opponent, Sora makes good use of his messed up recovery ability and is impossible to launch off the stage by means of launching it like downward. So, yeah. So the final results of the Mario Amiibo's performance. In Smash Ultimate, he got mostly destroyed. He only beat Inkling, Simon, Richter, Isabelle, Ken, and Piranha Plant, and all the other characters destroyed him, especially Steve. So, in all, Mario won 44 out of 85 battles, which is about average. So, not that bad, huh? I do want to make some more videos like this where I highlight one specific character's amiibo to fight all the other amiibo in the game. And if I were to do one per week, it'll take longer than a year to do every single character. So, if there is one character's amiibo you want to see fight all the other amiibo in question more than any other, you better tell me in the comments. So with that wraps up this Super Smash Bros. Video. Consider subscribing if you like any of the franchises I have highlighted here. I like Pokemon, I like Mega Man, I love Namco arcade games, I like Crash and Spyro, Smash Bros. Of course. I make fan art of game characters I like, and occasionally I might play some other games other than these as well, here and there. I'll try to upload at least once a week moving forward, and I'll be sure to bring out some content, so consider following me if you're interested. So with that wraps up this video. I am Colister, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next upload.